Welcome from English Podcast Station. This video is for English learners. It will help you with listening. It will help you with new words. You will hear a story. The story is interesting. It is about a young person. This person changed the world. You can learn English with this video. You can understand new ideas. Let's start. Chapter 1, A Quiet Beginning. Greta Thunberg was born in Sweden. Sweden is a country in Europe. She was born in January 2003. She was a regular girl. She lived a normal life. She liked to learn new things. She liked to read books. Reading was a big part of her childhood. She was also very quiet. She did not talk much. She often spent time by herself. She thought a lot about things. She thought deeply. She watched the news on TV. She saw many problems in the world. These problems made her think even more. Chapter 2, A Big Problem. Greta learned about climate change. She learned this in school. She learned that our planet is getting warmer. This warming is caused by humans. It is caused by burning fuels like oil and gas. This warming causes many bad things. Ice is melting very fast. Big sheets of ice are shrinking. This ice melting makes the sea level rise. Higher sea levels mean more floods. Storms are becoming stronger and more dangerous. They cause more damage to homes and cities. Many animals are in danger. Their homes are being destroyed. Some animals might disappear forever. This made Greta very sad. It made her feel a deep worry for the future. Chapter 3, Feeling Alone. Greta felt very alone with her worries. It seemed like no one else cared as much as she did. Or if they cared, they were not doing enough. She talked to her family often. She spoke to her mother and father. She told them all about climate change. She told them her fears for the planet. She wanted to do something to help. But she did not know what. She felt very small. The problem of climate change felt very big and hard to change. She felt like her voice was not heard. Chapter 4, A Special Mind. Greta has a special way of thinking. This is because she has Asperger's. Asperger's is a kind of autism. It means her brain works differently. She sees things very clearly. She focuses very deeply on details. She does not ignore problems. She looks at the facts. She does not let emotions or what people think distract her. This special way of thinking helped her. It helped her understand how urgent climate change is. She could not ignore the scientific facts. For Greta, it was clear, the planet was in danger, and action was needed now. Chapter 5, The School Strike. Greta had a powerful idea. It was simple, but strong. She decided to strike from school. This means she would not go to her classes. Instead, she would go to a very important place. She would sit outside the Swedish parliament. The parliament is the building where government leaders meet. They make important laws there. She wanted these leaders to listen to her. She wanted them to listen to the scientists. She wanted them to act on climate change. She believed that if they did not act, there was no point in her going to school for a future that might not exist. Chapter 6, A Sign and a Seat. Greta prepared for her strike. She made a simple sign. She wrote words on it in Swedish. The words were, Skolstrejk för klimatet. This means, school strike for climate. On August 20, 2018, she went to the parliament building. She sat down on the ground. She was all alone at first. No other students were with her. But she was very determined. She had a strong belief in her action. She sat there every school day. It did not matter if it was sunny and hot. It did not matter if it was cold and rainy. She stayed there, day after day. Chapter 7, Other Voices Join. When Greta first sat there, many people walked by. They did not seem to notice her. Or perhaps they did not understand why she was there. They just kept going to work or school. But then, some people started to stop. They became curious. They asked her questions. Why are you sitting here? They asked. Greta explained her reason. She talked about climate change. She told them why it was so important. Slowly, more people heard her message. Other students started to join her. They sat with her, holding their own signs. Her protest was growing. Chapter 8, The Message Spreads. News reporters saw Greta and the growing group of students. They took many pictures. They wrote stories for newspapers and websites. People all over Sweden started to see Greta on TV. They read about her strike online. Her powerful message began to spread very quickly. First, it spread across Sweden. People in different towns and cities heard about the school striker. Then, her story reached other countries. People all over the world began to know the name Greta Thunberg. Her quiet protest was becoming a global movement. Chapter 9, Fridays for Future. Greta's strike grew into a huge global movement. It became known as Fridays for Future. This meant that students in many countries decided to strike from school every Friday. They left their classrooms. They gathered in public places. They held protests. They demanded that their leaders take action on climate change. This was not just a small school strike anymore. It was a massive international climate strike. Millions of students joined these protests. They showed their support for Greta and their concern for the planet's future. They showed that young people had a powerful voice. Chapter 10, Speaking to Leaders. Because of her growing fame, Greta was invited to speak at very important events. She spoke to many world leaders. These were presidents, prime ministers, and other powerful politicians. She spoke at big international meetings. These meetings were about climate change and the environment. She spoke with a clear and strong voice. She did not shy away from telling leaders what she thought. She spoke with deep passion and honesty. Her words were simple, but they carried a powerful message. Chapter 11, Her Powerful Words. Greta did not hold back when she spoke. She used strong words to challenge leaders. She told them they needed to act now. She said they were not doing enough to stop climate change. She even said they were failing the younger generation. She accused them of stealing her future. She said they were stealing the future of all young people. She famously said, "Our house is on fire." This powerful image meant that the earth was in great danger. It needed urgent help. These words were shocking to some, but they made many people listen and think. Chapter 12, A Young Voice, A Big Impact. Greta is still a very young person. She was a teenager when she started her strike. But her voice is incredibly big. Her message about climate change is strong, clear, and urgent. She showed the whole world something very important. She showed that young people care deeply about the future. She also showed that young people can be powerful leaders. They can make a huge difference in the world. Age does not matter when someone has a true message and the courage to speak it. Chapter 13, Inspiring Millions. Greta's actions and words inspired millions of people around the globe. Students everywhere were motivated by her. They organized their own protests. They marched in the streets of their cities. They walked together in large groups. They held up signs with messages about climate action. They demanded that their governments make real changes. They were tired of waiting for adults to solve the problem. They wanted immediate action for their future. Chapter 14, The Nobel Prize Nomination. Greta received a very special recognition. She was nominated for a big award called the Nobel Peace Prize. This is one of the most important and respected awards in the entire world. It is given to people who have done great work for peace and human rights. This nomination showed how much impact Greta had. It showed that her fight for a healthy planet was seen as a fight for peace. Peace not just between people, but also peace with our natural environment. Chapter 15, The Fight Continues. Greta still continues her important fight for the climate. She travels to different countries around the world. She attends important meetings. She speaks out wherever she can. She continues to challenge world leaders and governments. She reminds everyone that we must act now. We must protect our beautiful planet from climate change. Her story is still being written. The urgent fight for a healthy earth continues every day. And everyone can do something to help in this very important fight.